Shabbat Shalom. Welcome back to Take Time for Torah. I'm really glad to welcome all of you back. I hope that during the winter break you had some downtime, some time to rest and to relax and to renew oneself. I most especially hope that your Hanukkah was really joyous and filled with light and warmth, both of family, friends, and community. We turn this week to our Torah portion, Parshat Vayechi. Vayechi Yaakov, and Jacob lived. And it's a chronology. This last Torah portion of the book of Genesis is a chronology of Jacob's life. The years he spent in Egypt, the years he lived, and the days and what he did with his days. And then it turns to a very powerful scene. The scene of Yaakov on his deathbed. And he calls around all of his sons and even his grandsons, Menashe and Ephraim. And he presents to each of them putting his hand on their head, and gives each of them a bracha, a blessing specific for them as individuals, for who they are, and what they could become if they so choose. It's also one of my favorite Torah portions, because it's from here that we derive our son Benjamin's name. Benjamin was named for his maternal grandfather, William. In Hebrew, William is often referred to as Ze'ev, or Wolf, in Yiddish. And in this Torah portion we get Binyamin Ze'ev Yitaref, that Benjamin was like a ravenous wolf. In some parts as aggressive in what he goes after, but also I think wolf has a sense of cunning and a sense of cleverness that can bring to him great honor. And we name Benjamin in memory of his maternal great-grandfather. I want to turn our attention, it made me think about this week because just a few days ago I participated and was part of a sad event in my family, the passing of my Aunt Margie. Margie is my father's oldest sister. Margie was a wonderful aunt. She was very smart. She was very worldly. And she taught her children and taught all of us, her nieces and nephews, a great deal about life. She grew up in Winston, Connecticut, spent time in São Paulo, Brazil, spent time in Simsbury, Connecticut, and West Hartford, Connecticut, and finally, in her last years, in Coventry, Connecticut. Aunt Margie was a master gardener. She was an inquisitive researcher, a genealogist, and she would get all of us involved in the genealogy, bring us all into it. I remember years ago doing some research for her at the JTS library, finding out who our family was and witnessing our family. In a sense, as I think about her as a witness to the world. She was very involved with exchange students, and she believed in this inclusiveness of bringing everybody together as a community. She was this witness to the world, and she blessed each of her children with what they needed and taught each of her nieces and nephews what we needed to live successful, strong lives. At the funeral, I quoted the verse, Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. And I take the midrash that the last letter of the first word and the last letter of the last word spell the word aid, or witness, and that we are a witness to God's creation, just as we're a witness to Aunt Margie's life. And as we witness Aunt Margie's life, we remember the family dinners, the family gatherings, the beautiful gardens, the inquisitive nature, the genealogy, finding out who we are, where we came from, because in her mind, and in my mind as well, it's a sign, it's a way and a signal to where we're going as a family and as individuals. So I hope that as we witnessed her life, so we can witness her life to others. We can share her memories with other people. We can share her life and her lessons with others. I know that in my own congregation here at Beth Judah, so important are family histories. So important are the blessings that each member of the family receives and what they transmit to the next generation. So as we finish the book of Genesis and begin the book of Exodus, so we are on the path of our family, looking towards the future, looking towards a time where we can be together as community, remembering who we are, what we were, will help us become who we could be and the potential for the future. Shabbat Shalom, and I look forward to seeing you next week as we begin the book of Exodus and the story and the transformation of the Israelite family to the Israelite people.